More answers presented by Mazda BT-50. More is more.
Thanks to the Mazda BT-50, the big questions, the big answers from the big man, Sam Kekovich. I'm Russ Barwick as we look at what's happening in NRL. All about Origin, Keka.
Exciting part, isn't it?
Oh, I love it. The downside is, of course, there's only 4 regular games, but, you know, there's a price to pay. New South Wales, first up, what did you think?
Look, I was happy with the side. I'd like another couple of big bodies in there. I know we've got Gallen, Hoffman, Lewis and Bird, and you got plenty of pace out wide.
Tarmau, Fafita.
Yeah, but
he was good on Monday night, that
He was
kid.
outstanding. He was outstanding. But he's got pace, and I reckon Laurie Daly...
I reckon Jared Hayne is the X factor, and having him at fullback is not where he plays his best Origin football. Historically, for me, he plays his best football on the wing. We've got one too many Morris boys in there.
Well, you got Murray, you got Jennings, you got Jennings and Morris.
And the thing that worries me is they're not informed players for their clubs at the moment. Jennings is, Pearce, Maloney. I'm happy with that, and I'm happy with a lot of the.
Maloney and Pearce are the obvious.
I thought that.
I would love to put Carney in, but Carney would upset the six.
Well, he might come in with a few changes, and there's still injuries floating around. But I still think that they've got the mix right. But you look at the Queensland side, and I got a stat out. Every player bar Ashley Harrison, who's played 14 times for Queensland, has played at least 7 games for Australia. It's an Australian lineup.
But Darius, he's got
Boyd's going to play.
There'll be a big question mark over him, surely.
Yeah, but they will still play.
But they're big bodies. They're big, strong bodies, experienced bodies. But I reckon what Laurie Daly's done, look, I don't mind. There's a lot of pace in that New South Wales side. And if they can, you know,
a lot of pace
work the scrum very quick.
Boyd, Hodges,
I know.
Inglis, Slater. Do I need to go on?
It's very
Thurston,
compelling. It's very compelling when you look at it like that, isn't it?
Lot of
what about the name?
There's a lot of pace in the Queensland side. Who wins?
Oh, look, I'm New South Wales. I'd love to see New South Wales thing, but I think my heart says Queensland.
Well, my heart says New South Wales. My head says Queensland. I am looking forward to having the old game without any odds in it. I've got to say that. We'd be more than happy not to see any odds during the game. But it's going to be a magnificent contest. Who wins the series? If Laurie Daly sticks solid, I think New South Wales can win the series, especially with 2 games at home.
For New South Wales to win the series, it's absolutely imperative they win the first encounter.
If
they don't win the first encounter, they're rabbits for the rest of the year. But if Queensland, by the way, conversely, can come back from a 0-1 deficit.
Well, they'll win in Brisbane. It'll be 1-1 coming back to
and then they can still win. But New South Wales can't.
Okay.
They've got to win the first.
Okay, thanks to the Mazda BT-50. We'll wrap up Origin 1 next week and look forward to the second game as well and answer the other big questions in the rugby league world.